Alright, let's dive into the NBL's latest moves, because trust me, this isn't just dry roster news. We're talking about chess pieces being moved on a global basketball board, and some of these stories have layers you won't hear anywhere else. First up, the Perth Wildcats bringing back Angus Brandt. Now, if you're not a diehard NBL fan, you might think, okay, a 36-year-old center returning after 7 years overseas, who cares? But hold on, this isn't just nostalgia. Brandt's coming back to a team that's actively blending youth with championship DNA. Let's unpack this. Personally, I think this signing screams of a club that's playing the long game. Yeah, Brandt's not going to drop 20 points a night anymore, but his durability? Unreal. The guy played 120 games in 2 seasons in Japan's brutal schedule. That's not just skill. It's work ethic. And in a league where locker room culture can make or break a season, his leadership is pure rocket fuel. Plus, can we talk about the drama? That old rivalry with Andrew Bogut? Golden. Even if it's a decade old, it's the kind of storyline that adds spice to the Wildcats-Kings matchups. Nostalgia sells tickets, folks. Now let's pivot to David Okwera. The 24-year-old forward just missed out on an NCAA shot due to age eligibility issues. Heartbreaking, right? But here's the twist. Romania's Liga Națională is suddenly looking like a viable next step. What many people don't realize is that European leagues aren't just fallback options anymore. Mitch Creek thrived there, and Okwera's athleticism? Perfect for a system that values versatility. This isn't a step back. It's a lateral move with vertical potential. Imagine him dominating in Romania, then exploding onto the NBL scene next year with a new skill set. It's a masterclass in patience. And from my perspective, this could be the best thing for his development. Why rush into a role where you're a bench warmer when you can be a star overseas and come back hungrier? Then there's Andrew Carr joining the Sydney Kings. At first glance, it's just another import signing. But dig deeper. The guy shot 35% from 3 in the G League last season. In a league where big men are expected to space the floor, that's gold. Carr's not just filling Keli Leaupepe's shoes. He's redefining them. What makes this really interesting is how it reflects the NBL's evolving identity. Teams aren't just hoarding physical specimens. They're building Swiss Army knives. Carr's a stretch four who can guard multiple positions and hit threes? That's 2026 basketball. And at 24, he's got time to grow into a franchise pillar. Compare him to Tim Soares, the Kings' former import. Carr's game is less about brute force and more about finesse. It's a subtle shift in philosophy, but one that could pay off huge in a fast-paced league. If you take a step back, these stories aren't isolated. They're threads in a larger tapestry. The NBL's becoming a hybrid market, veterans returning to mentor, young guns testing overseas waters, and teams hoarding shooters like their cryptocurrency. It's a reflection of global basketball's shrinking world. But here's the question I can't stop thinking about. Is this sustainable? Bringing back 36-year-olds while betting on unproven 24-year-olds? Or is this exactly the balance needed to keep the league competitive and compelling? Let me know what you think, because this isn't just about the NBL. It's about how smaller leagues survive in the age of globalization. And honestly, I'm here for the chaos.